Hello, everybody. I'm Krasi Attasio, and I have the pleasure to have with me a very interesting, very knowledgeable guest. And this is Bhabajeet, who is Vedic astrologer and who, like me, follows the rules of the ancients. And that is why I invited him, because you know how much I really follow only the ancient wisdom. Therefore, seeing the interesting videos of Bhabajeet on his channel, Exotic Astrology, I found that he's the exact person to discuss the eclipses with. So first we'll look at the eclipses from the point of view of the ancients, both Babylonians and Indians, Vedics. And then I suggest that if you like, we look at the eclipses, the two eclipses, the very recent ones, and what will they bring us? Because these are actually very serious eclipses, right? Not to joke with. Very nice to see you here, and thank you, Bhabajeet, for accepting my invitation.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you very much, madam, for giving me this honor to come to your channel. And in fact, when I saw the topic, I was very much interested because eclipses is something which is always in the minds of everybody, even the scientists who may or may not believe in astrology, but they also know there's something called as eclipse.
Tell me, in Babylon, they would really emphasize enormously on the eclipses. They would keep diaries, and they would not look with a very positive eye towards eclipses, especially the lunar ones. And there were the kings who would have their towers in the temples, and they would really watch and analyze. Tell me, what is the Vedic perspective? How ominous is this? Give us some overview of the eclipses according to the ancient Indians.
Yeah, so if you want to understand eclipse, you must understand three planets. One is sun, the other one is moon, and the other one is, of course, Rahu.
Rahu, yeah.
Because unless you understand what Rahu is, you cannot understand Ketu.
Why you didn't say also Ketu?
Yeah, because first you understand Rahu, then you understand Ketu.
All right.
Yeah. So what is the sun basically? So sun in one word, if I would summarize, sun is the kingdom. Now, what do you mean by kingdom? Kingdom means, okay, Alexander the Great had a big kingdom. Like Emperor Akbar had a big kingdom in India. Well, what if I told you, you also have a kingdom? Yes, everybody in this world has a kingdom. They don't realize that. But the only difference is the size.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Now, in my kingdom, I have my laptop. Yes. I can use this. I can throw this. I can donate this. I can buy a new one. Yes. If I have the finances, I can do whatever I want with this laptop. There's nobody to stop me. Of course, somebody can advise me that, hey, why are you breaking this nice laptop? You shouldn't do like this. You're going crazy. But still, it is my decision.
Yeah.
Yes. I have this book which you see on the backside. I can burn it, or maybe I can take it and read. So, sun represents the conception of being in this world. It means that the very fact that we exist in this world. Yes, that's what the sun is. And now you may think, oh, but a beggar may not have a kingdom, right? But he still feels he exists. Yes. So everybody feels that he or she exists in this world. That feeling of I am somebody, I am someone. I may be president of a country, or I may be a teacher or an astrologer, but I am somebody, right? And I am unique and I'm distinct from everybody else. Nobody is like me.
Certainly.
So that's what the sun is. Now, what is the moon? Moon is the reflection. It means moon tells you, okay, you have a kingdom, suppose. Yes. Maybe you have a small house or you have a big country to rule over. Whatever it is, irrespective of the size. How do you feel about that? Okay, suppose I have a very big kingdom, but I don't feel good, when I enter the kingdom. People, somehow the people there, they are like, why these people are existing? Why they don't agree to what I say? Why do they not support me? Or how much do they support me? How much love am I getting from my kingdom? Kingdom means our society, the people we know. Society doesn't mean anybody in general, but the people who we know, how much support are we able to derive from the society? Because moon is the reflection, you see. The light of the sun is being reflected. So you have something. How much of that are you able to feel to yourself? And that is why in traditional Vedic astrology, moon is more important than the sun.
Yeah. Also in Babylon, same.
Yes. Why? Because suppose you have a big kingdom, which means a very strong sun or a great placed sun in a good 10th house, or like a great house like the 5th house or the 9th house or the Lagna, in a great dignity like Aries or Leo or Sagittarius. Then, but suppose you don't feel good about the kingdom.
Yeah.
Yes, suppose you don't like the people who you are with, then what is the use of the kingdom? You will be miserable there. You'll never be happy in such a kingdom. But suppose you have a small kingdom, you have a small home, 2, 3 people in your home, your husband, your wife, your mother, father, and you have a small shop, small business, it's like that's it. That's your kingdom. But suppose you are very happy there. So then, which is better, the first one or the second one? Obviously, the second one, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that is why the moon is more important. So now, what happens when there is an eclipse, basically? Eclipses technically happen when sun and moon are in very close proximity with Rahu or Ketu. That's what is an eclipse, right? I mean, astrologically, if you want to know. So, like on 2nd July, the eclipse was in Gemini, according to Vedic astrology sidereal, and Rahu was in Gemini. It is still in Gemini, and it will be in Gemini for a long time. And Sun and Moon were also in Gemini, although they were in a different nakshatra. Sun and Moon were in the nakshatra of Ardra inside Gemini, and Rahu was in Punarvasu nakshatra inside Gemini. All right. And because they were quite close, I would say degreeically, some say 12 degrees or 15 degrees, if they are in that close proximity, then they call it an eclipse. So now what happens during an eclipse? During the eclipse, what happens is, see, sun and moon represent literally everything that we have in life. And I feel somehow in astrology, these two are unfortunately the most ignored planets. You will hardly find people talking about sun and moon. They will only talk of Saturn, they will talk of Rahu, they will talk of Ketu, they will talk of Venus, they will talk of Mercury. Okay. So that's very unfortunate that many times the most two important planets which represent us, because when you say what do you always hear people telling? You always hear people telling, I have a problem, right? My job is not going good, my wife is not cooperating with me, my children are not listening to me, or my parents are fighting with me. It always starts with the sun, you see. I, me and mine. If the sun doesn't exist, then we don't exist.
True.
And
Absolutely.
if the moon doesn't exist, even if you exist, there is no use of existing. So now then the question comes, what is Rahu? Well, you have to go to the history of the Sagar Manthan, which happened. So if I would cut the long story short, once there was a truce between the demigods and the demons, that, there is a great ocean which you have to churn. And once you churn the ocean, there are priceless things which will come out from the ocean. All right. And
Sorry. Repeat the last sentence. I think we were lost. Repeat the last sentence.
yeah, so there's a great ocean.
Ocean.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And if you churn the ocean,
Yes.
There will be beautiful things which will come out from the ocean, priceless, which you will never get anywhere else. Okay, so that is where, for the first time, the demigods, the devatas, and the demons, the asuras, they agreed, because everybody wants, materialistic stuff. That is why they say, whenever it's about money, everybody is of the same religion.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no quarrels. There's no
No,
nothing.
no,
It's about
no.
money. Then we are all the same. It's like, anyways.
Yes.
So then, Lord Vishnu told that, okay, so we will give you a snake and we will give you a mountain. All right. So you will put the mountain like this, and the snake, you will, one hand, or the one side of the snake will be in the hands of the demons, and the other side will be in the hands of the devatas, the demigods. All right. And by this you will churn the snake, like this. And the mountain will go round and round, and by that the churning will happen, and all the beautiful stuff will come out from the oceans. And that's the place from where so many things came out. So what happened initially, the Lord Vishnu told the demons that, you hold the backside, the tail. Okay.
The
And he
tail.
told the demigods, the devatas, you hold the front side, the hoods of the snake, that side. And when the demons heard this, they were like, oh my God, this is injustice. We will hold the back side. No, we will not hold. We will hold the front side. Because the demons, most of the times, they are foolish. They are headless. They only go by sense perception. They don't have intelligence to figure out why something could happen the way it is happening. So they just see, okay, front is, limelight, back is, no limelight. So we want the limelight. So then they were protesting, and they were objecting, like people do these days. We will fight, we will fight. So then what happened? Lord Vishnu said, okay, exchange. You go to the front, and the demigods go to the back side. You go and catch the tail. Okay. So then what happened? The front side, the snake, his name was Vasuki. He has a lot of hoods,
Mhm.
multi-hooded. Like in Greek mythology, I think there is one snake called Hydra or something like that,
I wanted to
multi-hooded.
ask you about this. Yeah, yeah, tell me. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, something of that sort you can think, And then the hoods were, emitting poison, And then the demons, they could not breathe, they were suffocating. They were like, oh my God, we will die. So actually they would have been very peaceful and happy if they would have, stayed at the back. But sometimes that's where Rahu comes in, Rahu will eventually come, So, but the thing is, people just go to directly Rahu. They don't see the background. Every story has a lesson. In the background also, this is
Absolutely.
the lesson. That sometimes, in the name of seeking, superficial name and fame, we end up including poison in our lives, right? Just to show off others that, we own so much in life. And then, of course, they were churning. And then at the first poison came out, that was known as halahal. And when that poison came out, it was so deadly. The demigods went to, and the demons, they went to Lord Shiva and said that, oh Lord Shiva, please protect the universe by drinking this poison. And then Lord Shiva drank it, and that is why his neck is, blue. He's known as Neelkant.
Ah, yes.
Yes. And then so many other things came out. There was a divine elephant known as Airavat, which Indra uses. Indra is the king of the demigods, the devatas. That's his, Mercedes.
Just a
His,
bracket before you continue, because it's very interesting. I love the mythological stories because the truth is there in the mythology, no doubt about
yes.
it. In the Babylonian mythology, you have this dragon called Tiamat, which on the sky we find as the big Hydra, which starts somewhere
Yeah.
in Cancer and ends up in Libra. It actually crosses huge dragon on the sky. But then Mercury, god Marduk, came and defeated this Hydra. You know, the Tiamat.
Oh.
So it was. Oh, no, sorry. Did I say Mercury? Apologies. Jupiter. This was Marduk.
Aha. Okay.
Marduk. Jupiter came and defeated Tiamat, the
Mm.
dragon. But the dragon actually is the mother goddess, because we actually, Abzu and Tiamat were the two primeval waters from where the universe started. Does it make sense if you compare with the Vedic mythology? Like it all started with this dragon, actually.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, in fact, there were many snakes who the demigods had approached that please
Mhm.
come and, coil yourself in that mountain. That mountain name was, Mandhar Parvat. Mandhar was the name of the mountain. But most of the snakes said, no, 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 you will tear my body, right, left. I'm not going and participating there. And there was this special snake called Vasuki, which Lord Vishnu ordered that, no, you must go there. It is my instruction. And then Vasuki was
All
like,
right.
okay, whatever you say. Okay, so then finally what happened? There was a divine liquid which came out. It was known as Amrita. Amrita means death. Amrita means that drink which makes you kind of immortal. Not exactly, because the demigods, they are not immortal. They live up till one manvantara. That's a separate calculation which I will explain in some other video maybe. So their life is very, very, very long. For 71 Divya Yugas they live, and one Divya Yuga is combination of Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga and Kali Yuga according to the Srimad Bhagavatam. So like that, for 71 Divya Yugas, which is a combination of these four Yugas, they live. All right. So from earthly calculation, it seems as if they are, immortal, because it's a very long life,
Yeah,
from calculation
from
of
our
the earth.
point of view, of course.
Yeah. And but then what happened? This Amrit came out, all right, and then the demons, they snatched this Amrit, okay, and that's the precarious situation of the demons. That when they got this nectar, they forgot that we are demons and they are demigods. They started quarreling among themselves. They're like, no, 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 I will take this, no, 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 he will not get, I will get, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's not yours.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then there are many demons who start speaking different political, like, we have different ideologies like socialism, communism, don't eat yourself, give everybody, so many demons start speaking like that, no, no,
Yes.
actually, no, one person should not take, you must share it, because they know if they don't speak like this, they will not get the nectar.
Aha.
And yes, so they make all this these kind of political statements they give. Okay, so then what happened? The demigods realized that now we will not get this nectar. And the problem with demons is, because they have no spiritual inquisitiveness, the moment they get power, they will terrorize the universe. They will create trouble, they will create ruckus everywhere, and they will dismantle the order of the society. Like, there was a demon called Hiranyakashyap. He made a new rule that the more you do wrong, the higher you will go in the heavenly realms. That's the
Hmm.
rule he made. And he said, the more you do good activities, the more I will send you to hell. So he reversed the law. My God, it's so dangerous. So there are people who, when they get power, when they don't deserve, when they don't have the substance of character and spiritual wisdom inside, they will always misuse power, as it has
Oh,
happened
yeah.
with so many,
Often.
as
Yeah.
it has happened with so many in the past, including the country where I stay, Germany. Okay, so so the thing is, then the demigods knew that situation is very critical now, because if the demons drink this, then the whole universe is ruined. And then what do they do when they can't do something? Yes, this is a very interesting thing the demigods do, because they are intelligent. So one of my gurus who used to say, what does it mean to be intelligent? Intelligence does not mean necessarily that you are a great mathematician, you are a great journalist, you are a great scientist, or you are a great economist, or you know 20 languages. He said intelligence means to know what to do when you don't know what to do. So the demigods did not know what to do, but they were intelligent, so they still knew what to do when they don't know what to do.
I understand the yeah.
Yeah, so then demigods were confused what to do. So then they went to Lord Vishnu and they were praying to Lord Vishnu that, oh Lord Vishnu, please protect us, because they very soon these
Protect
these
us.
demons
Yeah.
drink this nectar. Yes. And then what Lord Vishnu did? He is the master. He took the form of the most beautiful woman in the entire creation to have ever born. And her name was Mohini. Mohini, the
Ah,
word Mohini
Mohini.
means,
Yeah.
Mohini means one who enchants your mind, one who captivates your mind, one who makes you obsessed with her. Okay. And when God Himself takes the form of a lady, can you believe it? How beautiful she will be. We cannot believe it because we have not seen anybody like that.
No.
And then Mohini Murti, she appeared from nowhere. And when these demons they saw this girl, they were like, wow. What is that? My God, we have seen so many heavenly ladies, we have seen so many girls, but this lady is, we have never seen anybody like her. And then they suddenly forgot that they have this, nectar in their hands, by drinking which they can, become kind of immortal. They forgot. That's what happens when we are allured by false materialistic temptations. We forget that we have this human body where we can do spiritual practices and elevate our consciousness. Yes, that's called Maya, illusion. And then Mohini Murti, these are all related to Rahu. You see, this is how
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
happens. All right. So then Mohini Murti was going near the demons, and then one of the demons, he approached Mohini Murti and asked, oh, beautiful lady, what is the name of your father? Yes. Why he's asking father's name? Because in India, there's this tradition that
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to marry a girl, you don't go and ask her, that will you marry me? You go and you ask her who is your father, so that you can go to her father and say, will you give your daughter's uh, hand to me? That means, will you marry your daughter to me? That was the official custom. And now these are demons, you see. They're officially certified crooks of the society. Officially certified. But even they are having that level of culture that they did not ask Mohini Murti, oh, will you marry me? They asked, oh, what is the name of your father? Will you please tell me your father's name?
Yes.
So then Mohini Murti said, no, actually, I don't have any father, mother, I don't have any origin. She spoke certain things. And Mohini Murti also said, you should not trust me, actually. Can you imagine the ladies herself telling, actually, you should not trust me. But these demons were so much obsessed with her beauty, you know, that they forgot everything else. And then one of the demons, he suggested to Mohini Murti, actually, we are having a big problem here. We are quarreling that who will drink this nectar. So why not you do something like this, that you take this and you distribute to us, then we will be very happy. And then Mohini Murti said, okay, I will distribute to you, but the demigods also helped you in getting this nectar. So if I distribute, then they will also get it. And then the demons, they're like, okay, no problem. Whatever you say, whatever you say is fine. We just want to see you and be with you. That's all. I mean, you want to give it to them, no problem, but give it to us also. So then the demigods sat on one side and the demons sat on the other side. And then Mohini Murti started distributing this nectar slowly to both of these, okay? But when she was giving it to the demons, she used to change it to water. Okay. And when she used to give it to the demigods, it was that real nectar. And there was one person there in the line of the demigod, in the demons, who was a bit doubtful. He was like, there is something wrong here. It doesn't seem so good. I mean, it's not that good the way it seems. So then what he did was, he thought, okay, let me, try out something. He thought, for once, let me go and sit in the side of the demigods, the devatas, and let me see what they are getting. And then what happened? This guy, he went and sat on that side, and Mohini Murti gave him also. That was the real nectar. And then he took the nectar and he just drank. But as soon as he was drinking, Mohini Murti realized that no, he's not a demigod, he's a demon. And Lord Vishnu has a Sudarshan Chakra, Lord Vishnu has 4 hands. He summoned the Sudarshan Chakra, she actually. Mohini summoned the Sudarshan Chakra in her hand, and she severed the head of this demon. But what happened? The nectar had already reached his neck. All right. So he became immortal. And then his head was severed, and his head was somewhere, his body was somewhere. That's Rahu Ketu.
That's Rahu and Ketu. Wonderful. Very interesting. Very good that you said the story.
What is Rahu? Rahu is the significator of doubt. Why? Because he was doubting, right? What is going on? And what was the origin of his doubt? The origin of his doubt was he was himself in the party of the demons. It was not that he was a good person and then he was doubting, you see. It's like honesty between thieves. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
5 thieves, they are gathering and they are saying, see, we will distribute it equally among ourselves, okay? Whatever we are. No, that is why in Hindi there's a proverb, or there's a saying that when you have money using wrong means, you must be honest there. Honesty is very important when you divide money earned by dishonest means. So honesty is so important that even thieves have to use it, otherwise their business will also be ruined. Not that honesty is required for good people, it's required for the demons also. And then Lord Vishnu told him that, all right, so now your head is there and your body is there. So the head is Rahu and the body will be Ketu. Okay. So basically, Rahu represents those desires which keep us hooked. I would use the word hooked. Hooked to material life, hooked to material pleasures. It's like, there's a story. One day, there was a couple who got married. There was the event of wedding, and they decided, we will celebrate it in a ship, Okay. So then the whole night, they had very nice celebration, and they thought next day we will go to an island. Okay. And they were celebrating, and they slept in the night. And they were expecting that the next morning when we get up, we will be in an island because the ship was supposed to reach there. And they got up in the morning, all the family members, relatives, they went towards the ship. And when they suddenly opened their eyes, they realized, oh my God, we are at the same place. We did not move at all. Why? Because the driver of the ship, the captain, forgot to remove the anchor. So he was driving whole night, but the ship was in the...
Yeah.